Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
What took so long when it came with Mr. Willander?
Well, if you would have asked me from the outset if I thought it would take that long, I never in a million years would I think that it would go to the middle of May. Usually these deals for players of Tom's caliber are pretty cut and dry. It's 24 to 72 hours. But it is what it is. At the end, the separation was it was a small amount of money, but that's what happens when you're dealing in a very tight band of a capped bonus system. So on the outside, it may seem like a small amount, but when you're in the trenches, it's pretty meaningful.
Would you describe yourself and your client as pleased, as happy with the way things turned out with the Canucks?
Tom is very happy. I'm very happy for him and his family. Most importantly, it gives him some focus for next season to begin his training. He knows what where he's going and what he needs to do to prepare and be ready. So for that, we're grateful. He's already at the rink in the gym, preparing as best he can.
Hey, Todd, any ill feelings? I mean, negotiations go up and down, both sides, but a lot of people are saying, any ill feelings there, or that's over with?
No, I think once these things happen, you move on. We'll have other clients, likely some other negotiations for Tom with the organization. Our initial plan, we were hoping he would get into Abbotsford right after a season. We would have liked for that to happen. Give him another, a little bit of a head start for the 25-26 season, potentially, the playoff situation too. But we made up for it a bit. He got to play those 3 exhibition games with the Swedish national team against some NHL competition, which gave him a lot of confidence and a little bit of a gauge of where he is and what he needs to improve on. The only negative to that was that it was on European ice. Obviously we would have preferred that he have that opportunity on NHL-sized ice, but we made the best of it, and now we move on and on to bigger and better things for Tom.
Hey, Abbotsford's still in the playoffs, Todd. Any chance Tom hops on a plane to Abbotsford?
We discussed it very briefly, but Tom, he would feel really bad, to come in there and potentially get in the game and take someone's spot who's worked, so hard and pretty much all season with the team to get into the position they're in. So didn't really want to do that to another player. Also, with the time off from those exhibition games with the Swedish national team, he was already kind of in another mode. We weren't really sure when this would come to fruition. So for those 2 reasons, he's going to stay in Sweden for now and continue to prepare.
Todd, tell us about his development. 2 years in the NCAA. What's the plan here? Have a good summer, compete for the Canucks, a spot in Vancouver next year at training camp. Tell us a little bit about his last 2 years and some of the plans for Tom moving forward.
I think the 2 years went really well. He was on, it was a good team, a strong team, a lot of competition. They achieved a lot. They didn't win the big prize, but they came awfully close twice. I think Tom did really well his time with the BU. He played in 2 World Junior Championships. So looking back the 2 years after he was drafted, the way we hoped things would go, I would say he hit all the targets. Tom's the type of guy, since I've known him since he's 16, 17, every time I would see him play, usually every 6 to 8 weeks, and we would talk about things. Next time I would come and see him, he would improve on those things. So he's a really good student on and off the ice, always looking to improve, always looking to get better, never really satisfied. And like we've discussed before, I believe his defensive game is what's going to give him a head start as a pro and get him to the NHL maybe quicker than some other players.
I know the negotiations didn't go the way you wanted them to, although the contract has been signed. Todd, in the middle of all that, Jim Rutherford says he believes that Todd Willander can play in the NHL next season. What went through your mind? I don't know if you heard that or not, but what went through your mind if indeed you did hear that?
Well, I mean, I would, agree, with Jim, but, we don't take anything for granted. Tom and I have a lot of respect for the game. It's fast. It comes at you hard. It's a lot of travel. It's a big jump to go from around 40 games to 82 NHL games and the travel. So we really don't take anything for granted. Just put in the work, do your best, and hopefully, the coaches and the management, see that he's someone who can help the team, hopefully right away. But if he needs some seasoning in the AHL, then he's going to go down there and make it hard for them.
Todd, short notice. We thank you for doing this, sir. All the best and congrats.
Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Yep. Take care.